Number 12 is Blake Munson. He's a good shooter as well at about 11 points a game. And then the big guy, Lyman Simmons, averaging 20 points per game. And Brenton Childs, the fifth starter. Childs not really a scorer, but he is a defensive specialist. As we are underway, Simmons tips it back. And the Snow Canyon Warriors will start with the basketball as we get Region 9, game number 7 of the region season underway. Skip pass across. Nice drive, got a lane in there. Good pump fake, ball up and in. And the first basket of the game is good by Blake Munson.
Big attack by Blake Munson. He was fantastic last game in that win, 10 points, knocking out 2 threes.
Backdoor pass and a good cut in the bucket, up and again by Brock Felder.
And I love the approach from both of these squads. You have Munson driving, you have Felder diving inside and finishing. Both these squads attempt about 22 three-pointers a game. How do they start it off?
Layups.
Inside looks.
2-2 is our early score. As Munson drives again, had a little lane, got cut off. Pretty good defense by Haas. Now a deep three, way out and good. A team D auto trade by Link Pilatus.
Yeah, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, AG.
5-2, early score. A lot of threes. These teams have combined for over 200 on the season. Sampson drives, throws it to nobody. Thought he saw Felder cutting, but Felder sitting up for a jump shot. Instead, Felder had cut to the basket. He threw it where he was, and that's the first turnover of the game.
Hey, first stop of the night for that vaunted Snow Canyon defense. A reminder, number 1 in Region 9 play is the Warriors. They have their hands full tonight against a very talented Mustang squad.
Brenton Childs swings it around the right side. Now Munson holds on the right side, looking for Pilatus. Gets it to him. They're looking in for Simmons, and a pretty good defense so far, bodying up by Brock Felder. That's sophomore against sophomore. Minute and a half in the game, 5-2, Warriors on top. No bump, no harm, no foul as Morrison tries to drive. They go outside to Pilatus. Pilatus drives in the lane, has it stolen away. Nice behind-the-back dribble by Haas, and then he is fouled by Pilatus.
Hudson Haas with the quick hands there. This Mustang squad, don't get it twisted, they're solid when it comes to stealing the basketball. They average right around 10 steals a game. They may give up about 60, but 10 steals a game certainly contributes to their offensive numbers.
Hard drive and the kick in the corner. Haas tries a deep three, and we are tied. The deep ball, a Team D auto three by Hudson Haas.
Hudson Haas picking right up where he left off in that win against Cedar. He had 5 threes in that game, AG. Wow. Starts it out tonight, his first shot being a triple to tie it up.
First entry post into Simmons. Simmons double team, spins away from troubles, tries a shot, and it's blocked by Felder. Out of bounds off of the Warriors. So battle number 1 of the big guys inside. Felder defeats Simmons on that one.
Yeah, advantage Felder there, and you got to give a lot of credit because everyone's been talking about the Simmons matchup here and what can the Mustangs interior, what can their big man rotation do, and right there Felder with a great contest ultimately gets the block.
Now he has it in the high post, tries to go inside to Simmons, and it's tipped away. Simmons ends up coming away with the ball, but it was a good defense by Morrison and company. They go ahead to Childs. Childs not a scorer, very rarely shoots. He does feed all the time into Simmons, and Simmons has it knocked away. This time not Felder, but one of the little guys came and stripped it away low.
Yeah, Simmons kept it low. The Mustangs with the quick hands, that's 2 steals.
Another 3 out of the corner by Haas, that's no good. Rebound to the floor, and we're going to have a battle for it, and the Warriors come away with the basketball. That one rolled around and finally picked up by Snow Canyon's Blake Munson.
Early on in this game, we're seeing high energy, bodies on the floor, teams diving, going after loose balls.
Into Simmons, and Simmons on the high lefty hook is fouled by Felder. And so battle number 2 goes to Simmons, not Felder.
Yeah, and the first 2 times Simmons touched the ball, he was blocked the first time, had it stripped the second. You're crazy if you think they're not going back to him. That time goes up strong and draws just enough contact for the official to award him with 2 free throws. The Mustang bench wasn't having it. Regardless, that's not being overturned.
Simmons turned into a good free throw shooter. He hits the front end there. First point of the game for the big fella. Lyman Simmons wears number 20 for the homestanding Warriors in their home whites with a little bit of green trim, green numbers. Mustangs in the road navy blue with crimson trim.
Snow Canyon comfortable from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. They're 70% on the year.
Rock Hill stop and pop. Childs pushing a little too hard on the defense. And what's a cardinal rule they always say? Don't foul a jump shooter. That's what they just did.
Never foul a jump shooter. And for Trey Rockhill, his movement and the way he collects the basketball to go up for a shot is so quick that for a defender it's really hard to react properly. And right there, they're going to get Brenton Childs with the foul.
But the first free throw by Rock Hill is up and no good.
The Mustangs, on the other hand, they shoot about 13 free throws a game. They're 70% from the field as well this year.
Not very many attempts, though, 13
No.
a game. Makes it back half, and it's a 7-6 game. Here from Snow Canyon High School, Coach Meacham, Coach Winters, I think two of the better coaches in the state, getting it done today. And a bad pass thrown away by Munson.
He was looking for Pilatus, a little bit of misinformation there.
Felder, stop and pop, jump shot, no good. Tipped up, no good, and finally ripped out of there for Snow Canyon. Coming away with the basketball is Walker Morrison.
And then on the other end,
steal.
Cole Sampson. So Sampson went for the offensive rebound, tried to tip it in, thought he was fouled, turned to talk to the official for a minute, and then decided, you know what, my time would be better spent if I go for this basketball. Gets the steal and draws the foul on Munson.
First foul of the game on Munson. Munson with back-to-back turnovers and a foul. And the free throw ties the game up.
Cole Sampson has been incredible these last couple games. We talk about Rock Hill, we talk about Haas, but Cole Sampson has really been putting in the work. 14-point performance in the win against Cedar, as that second free throw won't go down.
Mustangs only 2 for 4 in the early going from the line. Numbers for Snow Canyon. Nice little bounce pass. Childs has it knocked away, but the rebound and put back up and good by Simmons.
And Snow Canyon goes to work offensively by getting into the interior with Pilatus, and then he's able to either dish to Simmons or Childs there. Childs was blocked, ends up in the hands of Simmons. That'll work out.
Hustling defense on the other end by Pilatus, but maybe a little too much as he's called for a personal foul, and that is number 2 on Lincoln Pilatus.
Yeah, and due to that, we will see check into the ball game number 2 for Snow Canyon, Isaac Lyon.
Isaac Lyon. Here's a guy, a baseball star, who likes to play other sports. And coaches will tell you the best athletes are playing multiple sports. Jump shot up, no good. Offensive rebound tipped up, no good. And finally, Snow Canyon, no, they cannot hold on the ball. Morrison couldn't get the handle, and Eaton, I think, bothered that one. It'll go out of bounds to the Mustangs. And Travis Matthews checks in first sub of the game for Crimson as Jordan Eaton sits down.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. We talked about Snow Canyon as Rock Hill misses a 3, and we're going to have an over-the-back foul. Looks like maybe on Matthews.
Yeah, inbound catch and shoot by Trey Rockhill. Missed a shot, and then you could tell the Mustangs are crashing the boards hard. That time they got caught, though, for a personal.
And that's what I was going to say, that I was impressed with, AG. We talked about Simmons being the one that Felder and we're going to have to keep off the boards. Almost every shot that's been missed, I feel like there's been a Mustang hand on it.
Little full court press going on. They do break the press, get it ahead to Lyon. And across the lane. Munson's got it. He goes to Simmons way out about 15 feet. Skip pass across. Round the horn they go. Fake 3, back out to Lyon. Lyon on the angle left. He'll back things out. Isaac Lyon gets it into Simmons in heavy traffic. And Simmons is blocked out of there. Got it back and almost dunked it in, but he did get it to go.
Yeah, Simmons with the forward momentum. That first shot that was blocked, he was careening forward, able to pick it up and finish the second go time.
11-7, Warriors by 4. Rockhill's got it. Terminated his dribble, has to give it up to Sampson. Sampson, hard drive, he's cut off. Outside, a three-pointer by Felder is up and no good. Long rebound goes to Felder. Saved it at midcourt. It goes out of bounds off of Snow Canyon. Rockhill causing trouble, Felder causing trouble, and it results in Crimson Cliffs ball.
With 2 minutes, 52 seconds on our Nets on Fire clock, it is an 11-7 advantage for the home team Warriors. And so far, it's been a pretty balanced game. Seen a couple threes go down. Both teams not afraid to get into the paint at the moment.
Rockhill gets a screen, stopped, wanted the jump shot. Instead, he had it stripped away. Quick hands of Isaac Lyon got it. And then Munson comes away with the basketball. Warriors with the basketball, and a bump and a foul called on. No, they're going to say he stepped on the sideline over there, did Lyon and company.
Yeah, that's the toughest place to have the basketball. You're focused on what's ahead of you, but for Will Warner there, stepping out of bounds.
Will Warner, where's number 22? And an 11-7 lead early for Snow Canyon. Goes to Haas, another three out of the corner, no good. And closing out, and they're going to call a personal foul on a three-point shot. Isaac Lyon can't believe it. Palms turned up like, why are you calling that? It was incidental contact, but Regardless, it's going to be 3 free throws for Hudson Haas.
That's the second time that Snow Canyon has fouled the jump shooter, that time from the corner. Now, this isn't as strict as the collegiate or even the NBA for that matter, but they still respect and want you to give the shooter enough room to land. And for Haas, that didn't seem to be the case as he sinks his first.
By the way, I'm noticing Doug Meacham, the head coach, is not on the bench. He has COVID. He's out. Okay. I wondered about that. Second free throw good by Haas, 2 of 3 now. Tested positive, yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean he has it. It just means he tested positive. Hopefully he's watching and checking in. Who's in charge now, Matt? If with Meacham out, who's the head guy? Cundy is, okay. And Haas makes all 3 free throws, and it's an 11-10 game now. Kenny finds himself as the head basketball coach at the moment, huh? It's not soccer season, Kenny. Kenny, of course, a PA guy during football season, and a friend of ours up in the press box, although he never shares his hot dog with us. Hard drive and losing the ball out of bounds. Isaac Lyon had a nice baseline drive. He went to stop, and the ball didn't. So it'll be turnover and Crimson ball as Sampson sits down. And Phoenix McWillis checks into the game.
Yeah, we got a couple big man subs. Anderson Foreman in for Snow Canyon, and then Brighton Terry in for the Mustangs. I'm assuming they'll try to keep Felder and Simmons minutes matched up with each other.
So Crimson with the basketball. Matthews has it. Baseline, stop and pop. Haas, that's a 10-footer easy, and Crimson's got the lead.
Haas has been, he's coming off a 24-point performance where he had 5 threes.
And he's got 8 already. 8 already in this one.
That's big. And expected.
12-11, Crimson with the lead. Snow Canyon, no big scores on the floor right now, so we'll see who they turn to. Munson drives baseline, he's cut off, drift pass over to his teammate, and the pull-up jumper is up and good. That is number 22, Will Warner.
And you love Will Warner's confidence there. Averages a little under 3 a game, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have offensive capability.
Rock Hill stopping, popping 3, and we know that one goes in more often than not.
And Snow Canyon did a fantastic job. Anderson Foreman stepped out, hand in the face, but with Rock Hill, no one in Region 9 makes more contested shots than Trey himself. A prime example.
15-13 is the score. Munson baseline drive. Tries to pass it outside, and it's tipped and stolen away. Crimson on the run. Matthews, hard drive, shot up off the glass, and good. No foul call either way. And the lead is up to 4.
Good attack from Matthews getting inside. Childs was backpedaling. Looked like for a moment he might set and try to attempt to draw the foul there, but instead Matthews powers through and puts it up and in.
Down to 25 seconds left in the quarter. 17-13 is our count. Munson being guarded way outside by Haas. Crosses him over. Gets the distance needed to run a little more clock. Down to 15 seconds as the Warriors work for 1. Munson got it back. Bump, no harm, no foul, gets a screen, can't use it. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. Has to give it up. Warner loses it, gets it back, drives in the lane, stop from 15, shot up, in and out, no good. Rattled, but wouldn't stay home. And we played 1 quarter here on our 1-loss scoreboard. Take a 1-minute break. It's a 4-point lead for the visiting Mustangs. All right, let's do it. Snow Canyon, Crimson Cliffs here in Region 9 battle number 7 out of 14 this year. And it is Crimson with a 17-13 road lead. Stop and pop, Rock Hill. A little bit too hard, and a nice rebound in traffic by Lyman Simmons.
Yeah, Lyon wants to push here for the Warriors, but I mean, Crimson Cliffs finished right there on a 10-2 run to end the quarter.
And a beautiful little scoop shot. Might have got away with a little travel as Walker Morrison. Doesn't matter, it counts the same. 17-15. Crimson on the offense now. They had the ball first in this quarter and turned it over. And they turn it over again. Warriors no numbers though, and backing out of trouble is Morrison and company. But a stop and pop three is no good. And a good box out by Felder on Simmons as Paulides can't get it to go.
Yeah, Paulides right there. He had a great look. He's already hit one earlier.
Felder tries a little jumper. That's no good. Eaton on the offensive glass. Gets it back outside to Sampson. Sampson tries a jumper. Little body contact, no foul called, and then a foul on the rebound.
And Sampson tried to draw contact. Will Warner, great defense. He was moving his feet, hands straight up. They've already fouled the jump shooter twice tonight. That time Will Warner learning from his team's mistakes previously and playing solid straight up D.
Warriors with a chance to tie or take the lead here as they get it in the forecourt. They get it inside. Simmons has it. Ball's blocked off the glass, and they're going to say Simmons pushed off to make the catch. Simmons doesn't like it. Doesn't say anything to the ref, but he did give him the 9-mile stare on that one.
You know what? That's the hardest thing in basketball. It's the hardest pass to make. And if you have position inside, you almost can't touch the guy because it's pretty easy to sell any time that you're fronting and you even feel the slightest hand.
Rockhill jacks another three. That's an air ball. Simmons on the glass. Easy rebound for Lyman Simmons. Ahead they go to Walker Morrison. Morrison right side to Warner. Now left side to Lyon. Lyon gives it up to Morrison. Skip past to Paulides. Around the horn they go. Another little hippity hop, maybe travel, no call to Paulides now back outside. Behind the back dribble and they'll reset. Looking in for Simmons. Halfway on the front is Felder. And a drive in the lane. Shot up, no good. Simmons with the follow jam, but it won't count. A foul on the drive. And going to the line will be Isaac Lyon.
Yeah, the foul will be on Trey Rockhill. There we go. You like the attack from Lyon. And right there, Paulides and Lyon did a good job of just slowing things down, waiting for the right approach. Lyon saw a little bit of room, ends up drawing the foul.
And Isaac hits the first free throw. Isaac averages about 5 a game. He does have 13 threes. He's a junior. You can tell he's probably going to be a star on this team next year. But as I was going through the roster of Snow Canyon, I'm seeing sophomore, junior. This is a young team.
Both of these squads.
Yep.
Absolutely. And both are hoping to be forces in Region 9 for a while to come with these current teams.
Second free throw misses. Or did he get it? No, he missed it. Okay. And a little runner up and good by Cole Sampson. He did make the second free throw. It didn't go on the scoreboard quite right away, but he did get it. So it's 19-17 now after the runner by Cole Sampson with 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. In the high post, they go to Warner and company. Now to Paulides, way up high. They're looking for Simmons. He's not open. Good coverage again by Brock Felder. Kind of covered up in a 3-2 zone right now. They do give it to him, but the double team is there. Quick hit around, and Lyon tries a three. It's no good. Simmons on the offensive glass. He's double teamed, finally gives it up back to Lyon. Lyon drives in and a bumping foul called on Phoenix McWillis.
And Lyon had it from the get-go. He knew exactly what he was going to do. On that three attempt, he felt like McWillis knocked him to the ground. He was calling for the ball back after the offensive rebound. Pump faked, put his shoulder down, and went right into the defender, resulting in the foul call. And I like what Snow Canyon's offense is doing. If you watch Lyman Simmons, he's not always on the block. He's kind of trailing out to the three-point line where we know he has range, but it also opens up the middle for these Warriors guards to drive. Looks like that foul is going to be on the floor. No free throws upcoming.
And by the way, going back to the free throw, he did split him like I thought he did. It did not go on the board, so it's 19-16 right now. The Mustangs on top. Simmons double team. Munson had a three, didn't take it. He keeps his dribble alive and now gives it up to Isaac Lyon. Back to Munson. Munson drives in the lane. Back to Lyon. Open three for Isaac. And it is good, and we're tied.
Isaac Lyon, these last couple possessions, has been big for Snow Canyon, whether that's getting to the free throw line or knocking down the triple there, his 14th of the season.
Sampson drives in the lane. Simmons on his back, has to give it up. Now a three is open outside, and Hudson Hawes buries a Team D auto 3.
Yeah, right there, Snow Canyon, hoping that there was going to be a travel call, no call, and he ends up burying the triple.
22-19. The visiting Mustangs on top. It's tracking pace-wise, I think, in Crimson Cliff's favor. Childs has it, gives it up to Politis. Politis bump, no harm, no foul, and he backs away from trouble. On the angle, left looking inside, gets it to Simmons. A double team is late coming. Simmons tries a jumper. Kid's got range. 15-footer is good.
And that's what makes Lyman Simmons so dangerous. He's got it on the block a couple times. He's been blocked a couple times, but he steps outside and hits the jumper.
Stop and pop was a brick by Eaton, but he got the back rim tongue of the basket roll, and it's 24-21.
You watch Eaton in warm-ups, you watch him in games, that's his favorite shot. Free throw line, mid-range. If Eaton's pulling from anywhere, it's going to be right there.
And does he like to brick it off the rim?
I don't know about that.
Anyway, Simmons gets it inside, can't hit the hook shot, and we're going to have a rebounding foul called on Brenton Childs.
Looks like as of right now, give you a Hearst Ace Hardware update. Desert Hills Thunder 29 and then Cedar 19. The Reds tonight without a couple of guys. No Tebbs, no Santana, if I'm not mistaken.
And I believe Trayton Tebbs is the leading scorer on the team, and not Grant now.
By like a point.
Yeah,
he is, though. You're right.
That is the 17th foul, that rebounding foul on Childs. He'll sit down with 2 personals, and it'll be 1-and-1 free throws, but Crimson can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, by big Brock Felder, and he is fouled.
You know, I'm going to chalk that up as high basketball IQ. Felder getting the rebound, recognizing Childs was still backing into him as if to box out, puts the shot up immediately. He wasn't set, wasn't focused. I think he just felt that pressure, and it's going to reward him with 2 free throws.
Well, I think Cundy was trying to get Childs out of the game, but they had to wait between free throws, and then Childs picks up that foul, and he has 3 now. We're still just past halfway of the second quarter.
And you talk about how Brenton does not score the basketball a lot. That's not his role. That's not what they ask him to do. He's a defender. He's a hustle guy, a rebounder, and someone you want on the floor.
Yeah, Felder misses both free throws, but another offensive rebound for Crimson Cliffs. But a steal. Politis has it in the forecourt and dribbled it right over to Coach Winters, who's not on his team or a player. And that's out of bounds, a turnover for Snow Canyon.
Lincoln Pilatus with the quick hands, nice steal off the offensive rebound, but he was looking ahead, and that basketball kind of ended up behind him.
Haven't had any timeouts. Our Scott Gibson team at Intercap Lending is our timeout sponsor, but we haven't had any yet in this game. It's 24-21. The handoff for Haas from Felder. Goes left side to Sampson. Sampson to Eaton, drives in the lane. He's cut off there. Back outside to Haas, now inside to Felder. Felder drops it up, but it's stolen away by Simmons, and Felder steals it right back. Outside, Rockhill for 3, got it!
Crimson Cliffs has a 6-point lead now, courtesy of quick hands, multiple steals, and offensive rebounds. Prime example is Felder pulls it down, kicks it to Rockhill wide open.
30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. It's a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. We're back at Snow Canyon High School. It is 27-21. The visiting Mustangs have the lead here after the 3 by Trey Rockhill prompted a timeout from Kenny Cundy and the Mustang and the Warriors. Blake Munson in there. He goes in the high post. Gives it up to Will Warner into Simmons. Simmons double, triple team, and he is blocked out of bounds. Probably should have been a jump ball. Felder got his hand on top of the ball. Referee says no, out of bounds.
Felder has been so smart with where to put his hand. It's almost like he knows where the ball's going up because all his blocks have been coming from the top down.
Inside shot up, no good. Warner on the inbounds play got the bounce pass and can't get the bucket to go. I think it was Lyon on the trigger, but free throws coming now for Will Warner. Walker Morrison.
And for Morrison, I believe he's scored. Now, is he scoreless thus far, or does he have 2?
Morrison has 1 basket, 2 points.
Gotcha.
Now he has 3 as he hits the front end.
Morrison's a big part of the Warriors offense, and since region plays began, he hasn't been asked to do as much. We've kind of seen his point total go down from 10 to 9 to whatever it may be, currently sitting right around 7.
Hits a pair, so we are at 27-23 now after 2 by Morrison. Mustangs on the road with the lead. Hard drive Matthews, ball tipped away. Quick hands over there by Munson, and they try to hit Munson in the forecourt. It's knocked out of bounds. Recovery by Trey Rockhill saved the basket.
And we talked about Crimson Cliffs, their lead courtesy of just fantastic defense, getting steals. The Warriors have a fair share of their own.
Into Simmons. Sophomore kicks it outside. Lincoln for 3. High arching shot is good, and it's a 1-point game.
Big shot. His second of the ball game.
33 now on the season. Other end, jump shot by Rockhill is no good. Simmons on the glass, goes ahead to Lincoln. Lincoln in the corner of Lyon, open 3 for Lyon. No, won't go. Simmons on the glass, got blocked, got it back. The other side got blocked, got it back, and finally Crimson takes it away. A lot of contact, no call.
A lot of contact. Simmons frustrated, back down the floor.
High arching shot over Simmons. A great looking play. Was that Matthews?
That was Matthews. Coming from the corner. Pump fake, getting inside. Saw Simmons coming full steam ahead, and he floated that.
29-26. 1:20 left in the first half on our Nets on Fire clock. Simmons crosses over, can't get away from Rockhill. Good defense. Now to Lincoln, the other 3. Heat check, and he got it. Deep ball for Lincoln, and it's tied at 29.
Yeah, man. Pilatus, whatever you want to call him, he can shoot the 3 ball.
29 all, under a minute to go in the half. Stop and pop, jumper Sampson, and he got it. Wow, that's about an 18-footer for 2. He has 5 now in the game.
We're starting to see the scoring pick up here, AG. We talked about the Mustangs wanting to get Snow Canyon to play their pace. So far, the Warriors doing just fine.
Lyon got free. Great crossover on Simmons. Stop and float, and it's 31 all.
Yeah, he had Sampson in the spin cycle for a little. Some fancy footwork, left-hand finish. Great move from Isaac Lyon.
We go down to 26 seconds left. Matthews got away with a sliding of the pivot foot. No call. Now stop and pop jumper by Rockhill, and he got the roll. It's back to a 2-point lead with 15 seconds to go in the half.
Rockhill's the type of player who's always looking for that jump shot. Anytime he comes off a screen with that search dribble, you know he wants to pull with even the tiniest amount of separation.
6 seconds to go. Need a basket here. They lose the ball. It'll go into the backcourt, and that'll do it for the half. 33-31, a wildly entertaining first half here from the jungle. Before we go to break, Rustin, your impression?
Well, we talked about pre-game about how these two squads can play entirely different styles. I feel like we're looking at a mirror for both of these teams. Both have hit the 3 ball. Both have been fantastic on the defensive side, quick hands, getting steals, moving the basketball, making the offense work. And, I mean, that reflects in our score, 31-33 with the visiting Mustangs on top.
Our entertaining midweek basketball here on KDXU brought to you by Simply Wisdom Teeth. Always a great low price of $899 to get all 4 wisdom teeth pulled, and that includes sedation. With over 400 5-star reviews, check out what people are saying about Dr. Hendrickson at simplywisdomteeth.com. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, be back with the Info West halftime report in 2 minutes.
That's the only person I trust that knows the actual family. Yeah, for real. Well, I've had coaches say, oh, it's this way, and they were totally wrong. Hey, Matt, who gave you pronunciation on Pilatus?
claw right back in it and vice versa. So it's been everything we've wanted it to be. And I said, Desert Hills Cedar, that's going to be a fun matchup, but I think we got the real game of the week right here, AG.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a 2-point lead at the break for the visiting Mustangs. They actually had a 6-point lead at one point, but after a timeout by Coach Cundy, Snow Canyon came roaring back and got this game tied up, actually neck and neck the rest of the half. And again, it's 33-31. Snow Canyon actually had the ball last and a chance to tie or take the lead, but fumbled the ball away. But really, tempo-wise, now we talked about it as one of our Camping World keys to the game. 33-31. We're tracking to be mid-60s. That was kind of the border, wasn't it? We go around 60-ish, and higher than that, Crimson, lower than that, Snow Canyon.
Exactly. We talked about 60 being that border. Even in the Warriors' wins against Canyon View, against Dixie being the most notable, they haven't put up large amounts of points, and that's because they've invested so much on the defensive side. Number 1 defense in Region 9. And so right now, I'm really excited for these second half adjustments to see what goes down, because both of these teams right now playing at a very even pace.
Let's take a look at Wilkinson stats, and then Rustin will have a couple of Herstays Hardware updates for us on games around the region. Leading scorer in this game is number 3 for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. That is Hudson Hawes. He has 2 threes. He got fouled on a 3, made all 3 free throws. He also has a 2 for his 11 points. Also for Crimson, Trey Rockhill with 2 threes, a 2, and 1 of 2 from the line for his 9 points. 5 points in the first half for Cole Sampson. 2 buckets, 4 points for Travis Matthews. Also scoring a bucket for 2, Jordan Eaton. Bucket for 2, Brock Felder. In the game, Crimson Cliffs has made 4 3-pointers. They are, 5 out of 10 from the free throw line. Wow, didn't expect that. Only 50% from the line. On the other side, Snow Canyon's leading scorer is Lincoln Pilatus. Lincoln made 3 threes. That's all his scoring, but that's a lot, folks. He's got 9 points to lead his team. Big Lyman Simmons has 2 free throws and 3 field goals for 8 points. Other scorers, 4 points for Walker Morrison, 6 for Isaac Lyon. He had a big 3 that helped in that comeback. And 2 points each for Blake Munson and Will Warner. And to me, that's significant for Munson, because here's a guy that averages nearly 11 a game. He has 2. Yeah,
Munson at 11 a game. And in fact, he's coming off a performance in that win against Canyon View where he had 10 points, 2 of those being 3 balls. So, and right now, if you're Snow Canyon, you're almost comfortable with that fact that Lincoln Pilatus is your leading scorer, that Simmons has yet to get going, that Munson has yet to get going, and it's a 2-point ball game. A lot of optimism on that side.
All right, did we get any Herstays Hardware scores, or Rusty? Any luck on that? I know we had a 10-point lead, wasn't it, for Desert Hills over Cedar?
Yeah, so the last I heard, it was 45-35 at the half. That is Desert Hills over the Cedar Reds.
45 at halftime?
45 at halftime for the Thunder, which is a team who's put up 92 before, and the Cedar Reds, of course, playing without Trayton Tebbs, without Zab Santana. They used that same squad to get close to Crimson Cliffs last week, falling by 5, but right now they're finding a little bit of a harder time to stay in touch with the Desert Hills Thunder.
I think Crimson found out you can't run with Desert Hills. You may be a good offensive team, but Desert Hills has so many scorers. You want to run with those guys, they're perfectly happy to go up and down the floor.
No, they absolutely are. And, the Mustangs so far tonight, we talked about a pregame, and I want to get your take here, AG, that the Mustangs were a run-and-gun type of team, and that Snow Canyon was a more set-it-up. We saw it work really well when Lyon and Pilatus kind of shared the basketball. Lyon finally saw a bit of separation and dove to the rim, ended up shooting free throws. What rhythm have we been more so in? Has this been more so Crimson Cliffs or more so Snow Canyon's type of game?
I feel like this is more Crimson's kind of game. Even though the score maybe isn't quite as high as they would like it to be, I think Snow Canyon's game is slow it down, play some defense, make the other team earn every single point, and try to win it, 55-50 or something like that. This is tracking way above that. I really feel like if this type of scoring keeps up, that's in favor of the Mustangs, don't you think?
I think so. And, I mean, right now, momentum feels maybe ever so slightly in the visiting team's favor. But like we talked about, Lyman Simmons, man, he's not going to have that half again, no doubt about it. And neither is someone like Blake Munson. That's just not going to happen for the Warriors. And even Simmons was started to kind of get going from the outside. We saw him have that nice little baseline jumper that he ended up hitting over the outstretched hands of Felder. So if Simmons can't get his points inside, he's going to find them somewhere else.
We're going to take a 1-minute break. As we go to break, a Jazz halftime score. The Jazz have 69 at the intermission without Donovan Mitchell, and there was one other guy missing too, right?
Yeah, no Donovan Mitchell, no Derek Favors tonight.
And they have 69 points. They lead by 21 in their ball game. Jordan Clarkson has 22. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, second half, right after this. We are back. Get ready for the second half. Real quick, a couple of team stats brought to you by Wilkinson's. Rusty.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both these squads, we know it's an even game, both shooting 50% from the field. And when it comes to three-point percentage, both 57% from three. It shows you how even we actually are here at Snow Canyon.
These are the two best three-point shooting teams in the region, and they're proving it tonight. So Canyon will start with the ball. They immediately go into Simmons. Felder on his back. Hook shot off the glass. No good. A little too hard, and Eaton with the rebound.
That's the look you want, though. You want Lyman to get kind of back into his rhythm from the block. Good look. Just can't quite get it to fall.
Sampson to Haas. Haas to Eaton. That's that stop and pop. 12, and he hits that almost every time, doesn't he?
Well, we told you that's his shot. He bricked one earlier that rolled in, but if you see Eaton anywhere on the floor, that is where he is at his most dangerous, especially when he's able to get a rhythm and kind of hop into that.
35-31, Munson craving his points, and he got it on the stop and pop 15-footer.
Ooh, Blake Munson with a little bit of a contested jumper in your face. A Trey Rockhill moment for him.
Three the other side. Rockhill says, you score me, I'll score on you. Trey from deep, and it is a 5-point Crimson lead.
Yeah, right now, buckets coming fast and easy for both these squads.
All the way in, they let him go, and Munson he had 2 in the first half. He's got 4 in a minute here in the second half.
You talked about it. Simmons has yet to get going. Munson had yet to get going. And just like that, we're back to 3-point game in favor of the Mustangs.
38-35, they go inside to Felder. Felder backs Simmons down. Back out to Sampson. Sampson steps away from trouble. Three-pointer, got it. Oh, boy, we got a game of horse going on out there.
And Cole Sampson so smooth and composed as Pilatus takes a bit to get it in, finally gets it to Munson.
Crossover, Munson away from traffic, drives all the way to the hoops, drops it off to Simmons, and he is hammered by Brock Felder.
And right now, Felder, I believe that's his second foul.
Just 2, yep, just 2.
So guardian Lyman Simmons being asked to do that, only 2 fouls here in the third. Not a half bad effort, but that time the blocks he's all had have come from the top down. This one, Felder clearly with an outstretched arm over the head of Simmons.
Big free throws for Simmons as he cuts it to 5 now by hitting the front end. One more coming for Big Lyman, the sophomore. If he hits it, he'll be in double figures today, and not a surprise, a guy that averages about 20 a game.
He's going to get his points one way or another. If it's not on the block, it'll be from the baseline. If not from there, the three-point line. If not from there, how about from the free throw line?
And he got 10 now in the game for Lyman Simmons. It's 41-37. Mustangs, highest scoring team in the state. Rockhill goes baseline, drops it off for Felder. Felder over Simmons, got the little 8-foot teardrop for 2.
And I feel like Felder and Eaton work so well in this Mustang offense because of the ability to not only set screens, but to step into a shot like that.
Snow Canyon now working the O. as Childs goes to Pilatus. Pilatus hard drive and a blocking foul. And Lincoln will go to the free throw line for 2. I believe Eaton. Yeah, Eaton on the personal.
These free throws are good for Snow Canyon to slow the pace. We're not even 3 minutes into the third quarter, and Crimson Cliffs already with 10 points. Mustangs right now kind of scoring at will, so these free throws are something to kind of reset and try to slow things down.
Lincoln hits the front end. He now has double figures as well. That's 2 guys in double figures already for Snow Canyon. And only one right now for Crimson in double digits. Lincoln hits the pair. He's got 11, and the lead is back to 4 at 43-39. 5:40 on the clock here, third quarter, Region 9 battles. They go into Eaton. Eaton a little too hard, and they're going to say a foul on Pilatus. And Lincoln didn't like the call.
That was just that was just a quick motion right there. Eaton diving to the rim, and we've seen Crimson Cliffs do that quite often tonight. And right now they're implementing those big men, AG. That's Felder, that's Eaton. They've been a big part of these last 11 points the Mustangs have scored in the pick and roll game or just simply cutting to the basket.
And Pilatus, the good shooter, the best shooter on this team, is going to have to sit down with his third personal as Eaton hits a pair.
And Eaton will now check out in favor of Matthews. Matthews with a really solid first half. He was playing great defense. He got to the rim, had a pretty finish over the top, and they will take any points from him. He averages right around 3 a game.
Warriors break the press, get it into the forecourt. Childs goes out high to Munson, swinging around left side, Lyon. Lyon came in for the Pilatus, who was battling foul trouble. Now to Munson, top of the key. Man-to-man defense for the Mustangs. Childs, right side to Lyon. Lyon, son of a Major League Baseball star, affectionately called Boo, Brandon. They go back outside. Good crossover. Little runners up, no good. Rebound. Felder comes out of there as Childs couldn't handle it. Ahead they go to Rockhill. Rockhill, stop and pop. 3, got it. Man, that kid is dangerous. Trey Rockhill.
And as soon as that ball left the hands and it was headed towards Rockhill, he knew he was going to shoot that, contested or not.
Munson goes to Lyon, and Lyon on the pump fake put his foot back and stepped on the sideline. 48-39, biggest lead of the game right now for Crimson Cliffs. And Coach Cundy wants a timeout, and he's going to get it. 30-second break on the floor, 4:46 to go in the third on a one-loss scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds, the Mustangs lead by 9. Welcome back. We're at Snow Canyon High School, home of the Warriors, and right now, Warriors are on the ropes. And you talk about those of us older, we are boxing fans, and when your guy's on on the ropes, if he doesn't get a couple of hits in, it could be knockout time. So it's a very dangerous time. A 9-point Crimson lead. And the Warriors really, as they mop up a little moisture on the floor, Warriors have got to hit a couple of buckets here and get some stops.
They do, and I'll tell you what, using that analogy, I watched the Poirier-McGregor fight, and things changed pretty fast there, too. It looked like McGregor was in the driver's seat, turned around just like that, Snow Canyon, hoping for the same exact thing. You're right, AG. They need some buckets here.
Crimson with the ball, 9-point lead. They score here. It'll be double digits. They go into Felder. He's double-teamed. Back out to Hawes. Gets a screen from Felder, drives on Simmons, and Simmons knocks it away. Back out to Hawes, now into Felder, a baseline. He gives it up, 2-3 zone now. To Cole Sampson. Sampson drives baseline, up and under move, try to get cute, it didn't work. Simmons bothered that one, and a rebound to Brenton Childs.
That's such a tough shot to make. Simmons stepping out, making him make a tough decision, and 10 out of 10 times, you're probably not going to hit that shot.
All right, go back into Simmons now. Here comes a double. Goes outside. Long three by Munson. That's too far and too hard. No good. And a rebound tipped away. And Matthews has it. Mustangs on the run. Rockhill into Felder. Felder not really happy about trying to go in and challenge a big guy. Lyon with the steal all the way coast to coast layup. And it's a 7-point game. Isaac Lyon.
There's what Snow Canyon needs. Getting it done on the defensive side, which they're known for doing, but Lyon with the left-hand finish. Another steal.
Another steal. This time it's Morrison. Morrison will drive in and lay it up for 2, and it's a 5-point game.
Back-to-back steals on the same exact spot on the court. The first time it was Lyon cutting in front. That time Morrison. Big effort.
Rockhill tries to drive. They go into Felder. Felder dunks it and a foul. Lyon on his back. Felder went power move and threw it down with authority.
Wow. Felder just has this appearance where you wouldn't almost expect him to just rise up and throw it down with 2 hands like that, and I think he shocked everyone in this gym. What a move, what a dunk, and one opportunity for Brock Felder.
The question, can the sophomore throw down? Yeah, a little bit. He can't shoot free throws, though, as he misses it. Ball tipped out of bounds off of Sampson. I'm sure he can shoot free throws. He just didn't shoot that one. He's actually 0 for 3 in the game.
Oh, well.
50-43, Crimson on top by 7. Little man press now. As the Warriors get it across, and the referee says, you know what, Sampson, that's a little too much body. And Cole Sampson picks up the personal.
You look at Snow Canyon's lineup right now, Childs, Lyon, Warner, and Munson, of course, next to Simmons. And right now, based on this game, you'd assume Munson would try to be the one to get those points. Munson
out high to Simmons. Now to Lyon. Lyon drives. There's a bump and a foul. Another one. This one on Hudson Haas.
Tell you what, good things have happened for Snow Canyon when they put their shoulder down here tonight. Couple drives, couple quick fouls. One from Sampson. That one on Haas.
That's team foul number, I believe, 5. 4 anyway. Nobody in personal foul trouble, but team fouls now 4. Could be a lot of free throws shot in this game.
Other than Pilatus.
Right. Well, I was talking about Crimson, but yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Munson has it tipped away from behind, saved it at midcourt. Yeah, he does hold on. Maybe double dribble, and there's a slap. That's a good call. I always hated the slap from behind because, Rustin, when you play basketball, you know 9 times out of 10, they're going to slap part of your arm and that little slap from behind.
Yeah.
Referee sometimes won't call it. That time, I think it was a good call.
And sometimes it looks smart. Other times it simply just looks like the lazy defensive play to make.
Yeah.
You let your guy get by you. You're just trying to make something happen.
I had a buddy in high school that would let you go by every time on purpose and then slap you from behind.
Yeah.
And when you call the foul, of course, he thought you'd committed a capital offense.
It wasn't a foul.
Yeah. Stop and pop. It's an air ball. Snow Canyon tries to save it, but it lands on the sideline as Munson maybe rushed that one a little bit, huh?
Well, you like the look there. Was that Munson on the shot or Warner?
I thought it was 12, but
whoever it was, you like the look because they kind of just weaseled inside, got a decent look, just left it a little short.
Haas with the crossover, leaves it outside to Matthews. He's not a 3-shooter. He wants to go inside. Back out to Haas on the angle right. Travel got away with it, no call. Back to Matthews, top of the key. Matthews guarded by Childs. Back to Haas. Haas jacks up a 3. Shot is too hard, no good. Good box out by Lyon. They've got numbers if they want it. Now they're going to have to slow it down. Lyon drives in, kicks it outside to Childs. Childs drives in the lane. Good pump fake. Felder bumped him. No harm, no foul. Ahead to Sampson, and what do we got?
Got a technical foul on Brenton Childs there. He wanted a foul.
Well,
Didn't get it.
He probably should have got it.
Probably. I mean, Felder was in the air 100% after the pump fake.
And Brent must have said one of those words you're not supposed to say, I guess. I don't know.
Like shoot.
Shoot or darn or something like that. That'll be the technical. So instead of drawing a foul and getting free throws, he gets a technical after the foul's not called, and that is 4 on him.
And I understand the frustration right now. I mean, just you're currently down. You're trying to get back in it. You felt like you were fouled. It looked like you were fouled. But it's those types of situations where you just got to try to keep your mouth shut the best you can. And
yeah.
Right there, it results in 2 free throws in favor of Trey Rockhill.
I don't want to be a hypocrite. I probably would have said something too if I was playing, at least when I was his age.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe not now. Nah, probably more now actually. So the 2 free throws on the tee by Rockhill make it 52-43. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. As the Mustangs, again, very close to blowing this one open. Hard drive, Matthews over Simmons, can't get it to go. Simmons might have blocked it. Ahead it goes to Warner. Warner stop and pop. Three is nearly an air ball, caught the front of the rim. And a rebound, Mustangs. Sampson, carry, good call. Tried to make a move as he was doing a shake and bake. He was carrying the ball along, and that's a carry, and it'll be Snow Canyon ball.
Well, Sampson saw a lot of free room between him and the basket. Warner was on the other side of the court, realized that was his man, kind of tried to get out to him and did so quick enough that it caused Sampson to hesitate just a little bit. Good recovery from Will Warner.
Big couple of possessions here now. Snow Canyon needs a basket and need one badly, down by 9. Munson crosses over, gets it back outside. Now driving the lane, great hand up, but Simmons couldn't handle it and bounces it out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Mustangs. They got what they wanted. That was going to be a throwdown.
They did. I mean, that's something to build off of. Inside penetration and then dishing to Simmons. He was open, and it was going to be a slam.
Under a minute to go in the third. 9-point lead for the visiting Mustangs. They get it top of the key. Jumper is up, in and out, no good. Put back, no good. Simmons whips it out of there, and the Warriors on the run. Munson with beautiful, fancy professor dribbling out there outside. Stops and pops. Bad shot, 18-footer, just on the line. Easy rebound for Crimson. Ahead it goes to Rockhill. Rockhill looks to Sampson. Sampson drives baseline, cut off there. Back to Rockhill. Stop and pop three. No good. And Simmons a great board, and he is fouled by 2 guys. Take your pick which one you want to call it on.
Well, neither of these teams too concerned about holding on for the last shot. Snow Canyon needing some points, and Crimson
Let's
Cliffs
play for one. Like Dixie
as
just started
usual.
2 minutes, but
Exactly.
not these guys. We've had 4 or 5 shots. Now we're down to 23 seconds to go. Again, the man press. They try to trap in midcourt, and Sampson kicks it out of bounds. 18 seconds on the clock, 52-43. Warriors got to have a bucket here. In fact, they bring Pilatus on to try to hit a 3 maybe before the quarter expires with 18 seconds to go. Lincoln playing with 3 personals. Childs has 4. They get it into Pilatus, into Simmons. Back to Pilatus, open 3. It's a flat shot and an air ball. Rebounded by the Mustangs with 10 seconds still to go. Bringing in the forecourt to Rockhill. Rockhill says, clear it out, I'm going to shoot this. Gets a screen, stop and pop, 3 is up, and got it, wow. Team Diallo 3 with 1 second to go, makes it a 12-point Mustangs lead on our 1-loss scoreboard. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, be back with more after this. Our game brought to you in part by Intermountain Sports Medicine and Luke Udy. Shopping for insurance isn't as fun as watching your favorite team win until you save a ton of money on insurance, home, auto, or life. Call Luke Udy today at 435-251-9102. Warriors got their work cut out for them, Rustin, as we start the 4th.
That's an uphill climb, but we know Snow Canyon can score the basketball. We're going to see a different shot selection here, a now or never mentality.
Little teardrop runner by Matthews, no good. Rebound, Simmons finally pulls it out of there. And the Mustangs can't score. They lead by 12 still, though. Screen by Simmons to Munson. Pilatus, excuse me. Now they look into Simmons, and they overthrew it. And they're going to call a pushing foul. So, you talked about the offensive player maybe getting called for the ticky-tack push-off on the catch.
Yeah.
That time the defensive player got caught for maybe a little ticky-tack foul on the push.
Yeah, any entry pass to the post is 5 out of 10 times there's an opportunity for someone to do a little bit of something to make it seem like a foul. That one actually was a push-off. They definitely got Simmons in the back.
Brighton Terry picks up the personal. 1-on-1 free throws, and Simmons leaves it short. Lyman says that's his first miss in the game from free throw. He's 4 out of 5. And the Mustangs still have that 12-point lead. Rockhill, high post to Terry. Has it tipped away, goes to Rockhill though. Rockhill hands it off to Matthews. Matthews looking for help. Goes to Rockhill. Rockhill, he'll shoot whenever he gets a chance. Gives it up. Now to Eaton. Eaton drives baseline. Back and forth they go. Back to Eaton inside. Can't get the shot to go. Offensive rebound. Terry, he can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound. Eaton squares up and hits it, and the lead is 14.
We talked about one of the keys to the game being the ability to stop Snow Canyon from rebounding. Well, it's been Crimson Cliffs rebounding and rebounding well tonight. That touched Terry's hands, touched Eaton's hands, and finally getting the points.
Had Lyon inside, couldn't get it to him. He was posting up instead of Simmons. They do get it to Simmons. He'll stop and pop for 3. Got it! Big 3-point shot. Team Diallo 3 from Lyman Simmons, the big guy.
Yeah, Simmons coming up from the block, a quick little turn. I don't even know if he had his feet all the way set, but he knew he was going to take that shot, knocks it down with confidence.
11-point game, 57-46. Crimson on top. Matthews hands off to Eaton. Eaton lost it, got it back. And timeout called by Coach Winters. 30-second break. We'll take it. Back in 30 seconds. It's an 11-point Mustang lead. go in the game, 66-53. Mustangs all over Snow Canyon. Welcome back. While we were away, missed a couple of threes. One by Hawes, and one by Munson for each team. But that leaves the lead at 13 with 4:39 left. Snow Canyon's got to get some stops now against a very dangerous offensive team. They break the press, get it across the timeline. Rock Hill to Hawes. Hawes way out high to Felder. He won't shoot from there, not very often anyway. Now to Eaton and to Hawes.
If there's any bonus to this, AG, it might be that the Mustangs are such a run-and-gun team, they may not back it out and slow things down.
Hard drive, Sampson drops it off to Eaton. Eaton got the layup. That's an easy 2, and the lead is 15.
But they will do that. Felder and Eaton do such a good job moving off of the basketball. They always seem to know exactly where to go.
Catch and shoot 3 at the other end. That's no good. Rebound to the Mustangs. And with a 15-point lead and under 4 to go, they've got the ally is their clock.
Another game going down to the wire. Hearst Ace Hardware update. Desert Hill 70, Cedar 64 with 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
Now we got a steal. Munson got it, drives all the way in, lays it up and in, a steal and a bucket. It's down to a 13-point game.
And we've seen a couple big steals tonight from Snow Canyon. Blake Munson, that's got to be at least his 3rd or 4th steal.
Hard drive, Sampson, lefty finish around Simmons. Up and good. It's back to a 13-point game, or a 15-point game, rather.
Crimson Cliffs has the perimeter surrounded with so many good shooters. Anytime someone gets in the paint, you almost hesitate on what to do. That time Sampson made him pay.
Lyon faked the 3, goes to Munson. He drives in the lane. He is hammered hard. Good ball movement, and then the pump fake got Hudson Hawes off the ground. For Hawes, that's foul number 3. Not a huge factor yet with 3:14 on the clock, but Munson will go to the line.
Sampson was the primary defender there, and Hudson Hawes, he kind of just came out of nowhere, maybe jumped from the free throw line to make the collision as the first Fabulous Freddy's free throw goes down, courtesy of Blake Munson.
Munson had a good second half. He was quiet in the first half, only had 2 points. Since halftime, he has 10 now for his dozen. One more coming. And left it wide right. Free throw no good. 70-56. Rock Hill, he doesn't want to use the clock. He wants to shoot a 3. He does. Missed it, but offensive rebound. Drives inside, try to get it to Felder. Ball to the floor, picked up by Eaton. Eaton misses the shot. Rebound to the Warriors. Snow Canyon in a hurry, gets it to Politis. 3-point from the left side is in and out, no good. Simmons with a good rebound in traffic. Shot up, can't get it to go. Foul on Felder.
Yeah, we've kind of been waiting on that moment all night. Simmons with a big rebound, going back up and drawing the foul.
That is 4 on Felder. But again, with a 14-point lead and 2:47 left, that's not as big a factor as you might think.
No, it's at this point there is no such thing as foul trouble, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least with this point differential at the moment.
2 coming for Lyman, and the sophomore hits the front end to make it a 70-57 game. Simmons with 6 in the quarter and 16 in the game, approaching his average of 19 point something, 19.8. One more, no good. In and out on the free throw. It remains a 13-point game. 2:43 left. Sampson drives all the way in, fouled on the drive. That'll actually only be team foul number 5. As Lyon picks up the personal.
If you can say anything about the Mustangs, I mean, they're true to their style of basketball. Most teams right now be slowing things up, trying to hold off the other team from having more opportunities. Not Crimson Cliffs. They're looking to score every time down the floor.
Trying to get it in. The ball is tipped back to the ground. Good defensive effort on the inbounds by Will Warner. WW with a nice play.
We got a good game in Desert Hill. Cedars cut it to a 3-point game with 2 minutes.
Hawes tries a three. That's no good. Rebound, a tough one by Lyman Simmons. Ahead it goes. Had a guy open, didn't see him. Instead, the drive down, lost it, got it to Simmons. Simmons in heavy traffic, can't get the shot to go. Ball knocked out of bounds off of the Mustangs. What'd you say that score was over there at D Hills?
72-69 in favor of the Thunder. The Reds have come clawing back. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remain.
I have a feeling your big redhead had something to do with that comeback.
I would imagine so, especially with no Tevz, no Santana.
Munson gets it to Link Pilatus. Can't get a shot away. Hands the ball off. Now to Pilatus back again in the corner, and he got a three. That cuts it to a 10-point game and a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll take the break. 2:09 left. A 30-second break. It's 70-60. $70-60. Warriors have clawed back within 10 with 2:09 left. Obviously, got to have stops and then get some big buckets. As they just go with a man-to-man full court. Ahead it goes to Haas. They know Crimson is going to shoot it pretty quickly. Crimson's not a team to use a lot of clock. They get the cutting. Haas can't get the shot to go. Bothered by Simmons. Rebound to Snow Canyon. On the run they go. Looking for a little help. You give the ball up to Lyon. Lyon drives in the lane, up and under move, bumped, and a foul call, blocking foul. And that might be 5 on, no, they give it to Sampson. That'd be 5 on him.
And you love the attack right there for Snow Canyon. You're down 10. There's under 2 minutes left. Most teams here in this situation, they start pulling from distance. Lyon has the ability to put the ball on the floor and get to the line. Unfortunately, though, misses that front end.
The foul is only the third, by the way, on Sampson, not 5. Had the wrong 14, or the wrong team. One more coming for Lyon to try to make it a 9-point game. He does hit that one. Lyon is 2 for 4 in the game from the line. He has 9 points. 70-61. Warriors still hanging in this thing. And Coach Winter says, we want to talk things over just a little bit here. I think we'll keep it here on this timeout. As we get some Hearst Ace Hardware updates. Got anything?
Absolutely. I mean, we're definitely plugging Hearst tonight because there's a lot of updates to be had. It's 76-76.
Whoa!
Gage Savage playing a crucial role as Cedar ties it up out there at the Thunderdome. And for the Reds, I mean, this is a team that had a 3-point loss to Dixie. And had a 5-point loss to this Crimson Cliff squad. Cedar has every right just to be towards the top of Region 9 too, as Snow Canyon, as Crimson, as everyone else. So this is a big game going on out there. And of course, right now, the winner of this game all of a sudden will be tied with Desert Hills if the Thunder were to lose. If. There's a lot of ifs.
And Dixie heavy favorite. They're playing one of the lower echelon teams, so it looks like if somehow Cedar pulls that out, Dixie could find themselves in first place all alone despite that home loss to Snow Canyon.
Exactly. Yeah, the Flyers visiting the Panthers tonight. Haven't seen a score update there. And then, of course, the other game being Canyon View and Hurricane, the 2 one-win teams in Region 9, fighting for some RPI position.
Hey, the Scott Gibson team at Intercamp Landing doesn't mask their rates or fees. See how much the Scott Gibson team can save you today. Call or text 435-619-8080. That's 435-619-8080. We set it up here. It is double bonus for Snow Canyon if they can get, or for Desert Hills rather, if they can get fouled. It's 70-61, 9-point game. Both teams still with timeouts. Clock says 1:33. See if Crimson tries to take the air out of the ball. So far, no. Felder has it. Good chance to foul the big guy. They didn't do it. Now to Rockhill, drives in and has it tipped away. Politis got it. Long lead pass. Can they catch it? Munson does on the baseline. Looking for help now. 9-point game. Warriors need a bucket in a bad way. Munson's got it. Stop and pop. 3 up. Got it! It's a 6-point game on the Team DIO 3 by Blake Munson.
And he's been confident from that spot. A couple between the leg dribbles.
Now they got numbers. Eaton the other way. Oh, they broke the press, and Eaton with an easy bucket, and it's back to an 8-point game.
Such a great field of vision for Haas as he gets Eaton.
3 out of the corner. Here we go. Let's get warmed up. Is up and good by Will Warner. That is only his 7th 3 of the season, and that makes it a 72-67 game. This game is very similar to the JV game we watched earlier with Snow Canyon making a late comeback. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break on our one-loss scoreboard, 72-67 Mustangs. Matt, 1 minute. We'll set it up for you. 42.9 seconds left. The Warriors have climbed from 16 down. They are now within 5 as they put on a little man-to-man full-court press. Rockhill being hounded by Munson. Here comes a trap at half court. Gets it ahead to Sampson. Sampson wants to drive. He's double-teamed. Gets it to Eaton. Eaton kicks it in the corner to Hawes. Hawes being hounded, and they finally have to foul. Personal foul called on Snow Canyon's number 22, Will Warner.
And just another quick update, AG. It looks like Desert Hills had possession with 30 seconds, turned it over. Cedar milked the clock down to 8, called timeout, and they'll have the final shot.
Oh boy, tie game?
Tie game, 76-76.
Wow. Ball comes in here. They try for the triple team on Rockhill, can't get it, and they finally get it to Sampson, and Sampson is fouled, I believe, by Pilatus, and that's going to be 4 on Lincoln.
And for Sampson here, I mean, free throws are another Mustang who's more than capable of knocking down free throws. But going back, this really hurts. After the Munson 3, Haas had a beautiful pass to Eaton that he was able to finish as Sampson knocks down the first in, and Eaton finished that shot. If that wasn't the case, it'd be a 3-point ball game right now. And credit to Crimson Cliffs for being able to break the press so easily.
And Sampson makes him pay, hits front end and back end of the 1-and-1 free throws. He now has 12 points in the game. Timeout on the floor. It is a full timeout. 1 minute break. We'll be back. It's a 7-point Mustangs lead late in this one.
Game, that was the closest.
Welcome back, Snow Canyon High School. Warriors trying to hang in this one, down 7 with 21 seconds left. Mustangs have come on the road and scored 74 now. And the Warriors need a bucket. They need a 3 right now. Munson in the forecourt. No time to fool around. Gets a screen. Looking for help. Can't get a shot away. Dribbles between 2 guys. Goes up and under. Shot no good, but a foul called. Eaton can't believe it as he grabs his head.
Well, they can't believe the foul, but If you look at the clock right now, we were at 21 seconds when Snow Canyon inbounded. They're at 9 now. Munson had the right approach to attack the basket, but he sure took a lot of time dribbling up around the perimeter before attacking.
Yeah, 7-point game, make it a 6-point game. So the good news there, it's a 2-possession contest right now. But you got to basically get a steal and a 3 and a steal and a 3.
And hope this free throw's missed.
Don't even have really time to foul much. Free throw, no good. A rebound and a rebounding foul quickly on Pilatus. And that will be it for Lincoln.
I meant to say hope this free throw isn't missed. And yeah.
Munson's going to end up with an incredible fourth quarter. 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 fourth quarter points, 16 total in the game. But with 8 seconds to go and a 6-point lead, basically one free throw is going to ice it here, would make it a 3-possession game.
Well, the good news is you have Felder at the line. Has he hit one so far tonight?
He's 0 for 3. Now he's 1 for 4.
That was the guy you wanted there.
75-68, and it looks like the Mustangs are going to be 5-2 halfway through region play, and the Warriors are going to be 4-3 as he hits them both. 76-68. Warriors have to hurry up court. Stopped about a 30-footer by Munson, is just off the mark. Rebound, and they'll let it run from here. As Crimson Cliffs comes on the road and gets a 76-68 victory. They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to hold on for the win, as the Mustangs 5-2 in region play. Snow Canyon had a great first half. They beat Dixie on the road, and yet they're going to end up 4-3 in region play at the halfway point.
Well, we talked about Snow Canyon being the #1 defense. We haven't mentioned this, but they are right on their season average, 76 a game. The Mustangs still managed to get there. And, of course, free throws contributed to that, but Crimson Cliffs was able to make Snow Canyon kind of adjust and play their game. And for the Warriors, they were able to hang for a while, and then down towards the fourth, it just got a little too far away from them. And by the way, because of that 76, even Snow Canyon got there. That means the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert's on. We didn't even mention that.
That's right. We'll talk about some free dessert for you tonight. By the way, the Hearst States Hardware update, Desert Hill Cedar go to overtime. I don't think we've had it. I know we haven't in region play. I don't know we've had an overtime game all year involving Region 9 teams. So we'll be following that game. We've got our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show coming up. Some big scorers tonight. Trey Rockhill with 6 3-pointers. That's about his average. So what, right? You know, Rockhill with another huge game. Double digits for Hudson Hawes and for Cole Sampson and for Jordan Eaton. 8 points for Brock Felder. We'll have all the scoring and our Wilkinson stat line when we come back. It's a final here from Snow Canyon High School. The Road Mustangs get it done, 76-68. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Be back after this. Welcome back. Post-game brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry here on KDXU and streaming online. Thanks to those. We had quite a few listeners and viewers. 500. Awesome. And appreciate Matt Hamlin again for helping us out. Matt is going to be with us as we broadcast the 4A state basketball tournament live from Richfield. He's going to be our video guy. Matt got I don't know if it's a demotion or promotion, but Matt's going to be our video guy as we go to the state tournament March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Again, it's a final here as the Snow Canyon Warriors at home taking on a high-scoring and tough Crimson Cliffs team, and it is the Mustangs with the road win by a final score of 76-68. Russell, we kind of got your thoughts as we went to break, but now you've had a couple of minutes to digest and think about it. What do you think was maybe the biggest key to Crimson getting a road win tonight?
Well, I think one of the largest things in particular for the Mustangs was we talked about how they forced Snow Canyon to play their game, and we don't want to make that the only key. I was really impressed with two things on the Crimson Cliff side of the ball. First and foremost, being their ability to crash the boards. We were so focused on Lyman Simmons and him averaging about double the amount of Eaton and Felder, and that it was going to be his type of night. Well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't. It was Crimson Cliffs. Almost every shot that was up, there was a Mustang hand on the basketball. They were getting offensive rebounds, second chance points. And a team like the Mustangs, the #1 scoring team in 4A, you can't afford to give them second opportunities. And that's exactly what Crimson Cliffs forced. Other than that, I was really impressed with the way the Mustangs move without the basketball. Felder, Eaton, Haas, Rockhill, prime examples of players who know where to cut, where to move to, where to go when the ball's not in their hands. The offense for Crimson Cliffs scores as much as they do, not on sheer talent alone, although that's a big reason, but because these guys know where they're going at all times. They just seem to get it in that direction. So, and for the Mustangs, big win, not only because all of a sudden you're 5-2 in region play, but more than anything, that's your second back-to-back statement win. You take down a little while ago, you take down Cedar, and then you come out and you take down Snow Canyon tonight.
So final score again, 76-68. How about some team stats, Rustin?
Well,
brought to you by Wilkinson's.
You know, the final score doesn't show you how close this game actually was. 50% is what Snow Canyon shot from the field. Crimson Cliffs was 49%. That shows you the role that turnovers had in things. You keep going down the list. Points in the paint. Snow Canyon was 10-22. Crimson Cliffs 12 of 26, winning that battle on the interior. And then you go to the three-point field goals. And both these guys attempt about 21 a year. Believe it or not, in this game, they attempted less. Both teams, Snow Canyon 50%, 9 of 18. Crimson Cliffs 10 of 17 for 58%. Free throws were big tonight, both going well above their average. The Warriors were 15 of 21, the Mustangs 16 of 22. That's a 71% and 72% respectively. Offensive rebounds, here's the big stat. The Mustangs with 10. Defensive rebounds both had 13 apiece, and so Crimson Cliffs was able to out-rebound Snow Canyon. So those are our final team stats of the night. But, I mean, you just look at those. If you were to someone was just to show you those team stats, you'd say that was a really close game. I bet that came down to the end. Shows you the importance of steals and turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Again, stats brought to you by Wilkinson's. Light it up Region 9 from the light experts at Wilkinson's. Lights, fans, and fixtures. Contractors and homeowners can rely on Wilkinson's across from Fiesta Fun in St. George. Let's go real quick, continuing our Wilkinson stats. Leading scorers in the contest, the visiting Mustangs, no surprise, Trey Rockhill, 23 points. He made 6 3-pointers. That gives him a state best 58 threes in 15 games this year. Wow.
Woo. That's a big number. And when you look at Trey Rockhill in particular, one thing that you want to see there from Trey is ultimately he's about doubling what he does on the year. He had 6, he makes about 3. Well, let's round it up to 4. We'll say 2 more than per usual. So for Rockhill, you get a little bit more production from him. Sampson and Haas, their regular scoring contributions. It's just this Mustang offense is so well oiled and it's clicking so well right now that on any given night, Rockhill can be your main guy, Haas can be your main guy, Sampson can be your main guy. We've seen it. The last 5 Crimson Cliffs games, I feel like they've had a new high scorer every night, and tonight it was Trey Rockhill's night.
Rockhill 23-17 for Hudson Haas. He had 3 3-pointers. He also was 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. And then double figures also for Jordan Eaton. He had 5 field goals and 2 free throws, made them both. And then 12 points also for Cole Sampson. Sampson coming off of a big night on Friday night, but you know what? They didn't need him as much as they needed, Rock Hill Tide really lighting it up. Sampson had a 3. He was 3 out of 4 from the line. As you mentioned, this Crimson team, 16 of 22 from the free throw line. That's actually an impressive number.
It really is, considering they attempt about 13 a game. So getting to the free throw line a little bit more tonight, that's a big deal for them. And of course, in a game that was as close as this one, free throws happen to make a difference. And Crimson Cliffs left some on the line.
Let's see, 4 points also for Travis Matthews in the game, 8 points for Brock Felder. I thought Felder never did foul out. He had 4 fouls, did a good job early, especially on the big guy Simmons. Got a couple of block shots, really represented well inside. Remember, those are 2 sophomores going at it.
Oh, and it was. I'll tell you what, and this may be a bold claim because Lyman Simmons is so talented, but I really felt with the expectations on Felder tonight, I think Felder almost won that matchup. Had some big blocks, took Simmons out of his game early and often, and Simmons ended up with his points mostly from the free throw line, but I feel like Felder had the advantage all night long. When Simmons went up, it was almost timid, which we're not used to seeing because Felder had those blocks, because he was big body, because he was physical with him. We cannot stress how important Brock Felder was tonight to this Mustangs game plan. Rock Hill may have the points, Haas may have the points, but I mean, it was Brock Felder tonight who really set the tempo for that Mustang defense.
On the other side for Snow Canyon, the homestanding Warriors got 16 each from Lyman Simmons and Blake Munson. Munson's almost exclusively came in the fourth quarter. He had 10 of his 16 after the third quarter, and actually 14 of his 16 after halftime. He had 2 threes with 2 of 4 from the line. Simmons did a nice job from the line, ended up with 16 points, but you're right, it was a little bit of a struggle for the big guy tonight, sophomore versus sophomore. He had a 3. He had 4 2s and some free throws for his 16 points. 7 in the game for Will Warner. Forgot about Lincoln Pilatus. He had 14. He made 4 3-pointers, but battled foul trouble all night. 9 points for Isaac Lyon, 7 for Will Warner, and 6 for Walker Morrison. But the Warriors, again, disappointment. They go 4-3 halfway through. Can they win the region still?
Yeah, I think Snow Canyon still has that chance, but I mean, is the Region 9 winner, I don't feel is going to have 3 losses, 2 at the most. That's probably what we're looking at. Speaking of the top of Region 9 right now, Hearst Days Hardware update.
Here we go.
Double OT.
Oh, boy.
Not only have we not had an overtime game this year, we haven't had a double OT when we get both in the same night. Thunder and Reds tied up at 83 apiece. But I think for the Warriors, AG, next week you kind of have to – it doesn't get any easier for Snow Canyon. If they're going to win the region, it starts on Friday. Guess who they host? It's the Cedar Reds team, who's taking Desert Hills into 2 overtimes right now. So the Warriors very much have an uphill climb. They kind of struggled against Cedar, specifically in the fourth last time they played, despite it being a back-and-forth game. So that's going to be a great matchup. But if Snow Canyon is going to rise to the top, they can't afford to lose another ball game, and that starts on Friday against the Cedar Reds.
And by the way, that game is 83-83 as it heads into that second overtime. That's a lot of points. That's like almost NBA level. Speaking of NBA, Jazz win tonight big as they get the home win without Donovan Mitchell, who is in the NBA concussion protocol. That's why he's missing the game tonight. And without Derek Favors as well. I guess they didn't need him tonight, huh?
No Mitchell, no Favors, no problem. That's 10 in a row. And in fact, Tobias Harris of the Sixers hit a game-winning shot against the Lakers, which means Utah should be your number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Wow.
At least for the
that?
time being.
And that would be their ninth win in a row or 10th?
That would be their 10th.
10th win in a row
yes,
for the Utah Jazz. All right, let's we're gonna send it back. Maybe we can do some simulcast coverage of the Desert Hills Cedar overtime game. Real quick, hand out some awards, and then we'll send it for a little double coverage. Reminder, Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert is in effect. Go to Holbrook Asphalt right now. The first 5 ounces, absolutely free, courtesy of Holbrook Asphalt and their Big Score dessert. Player of the game, Rock Hill?
I mean, Trey definitely had the most points and had some clutch shots down the stretch there. he hit shots when contested, and then he got a couple wide open ones. Not what you want to give him. I think Trey Rockhill's a good pick.
Our Dad's Trucking player of the game. Thank you to Dad's Trucking. Dad's always delivers your quality service carrier. Fuel up and grab a snack at Ernie's 2 Sinclair at the top of the boulevard. Now the AWP Playmaker play of the game. Early on, it was a couple of block shots by Brock Felder.
Yeah.
That was kind of the early nominee. Later in the game, you had Rockhill with some big three-point shots. Your thoughts, Rustin?
Well, I say we got to go Brock Felder one way or another. He was so big in setting the tone tonight. I'm thinking in particular when there was penetration from Haas on the baseline, little bounce pass to the middle, two-hand collect from Felder, rises up, throws it down with absolute authority, and draws the foul. Three-point opportunity for Crimson Cliff's big man. To me and to the rest of the gymnasium tonight, I think that was your play of the game.
It's easier than you think to buy direct and save at Appliance Wholesalers Plus, the #1 playmakers in the appliance business. They're open to the public across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. It's Appliance Wholesalers Plus with Brock Felder on the D, our playmaker play of the game. And let's see, we don't have any other scores right now. Stay tuned, though, to ESPN Radio. They'll have the Region 9 wrap-up show. I think if we can, we're going to try to go simulcast coverage of that double overtime game between Cedar and Desert Hills. Rustin, thanks, man. It was great.
It was fantastic. I'm just another night, another ideal matchup, and a quick look ahead. Friday we got Canyon View at Desert Hills, Hurricane at Dixie, Crimson Cliffs at Pine View, and Cedar at Snow Canyon. Like you said, it's time to watch some Snow Canyon basketball. I think we're at that game too.
To quote an old friend of mine, Craig Bowler-Jet, buckle up.
Buckle
here
up.
We go. All right, that'll do it from here. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Rustin. Great job tonight. We'll send it now to ESPN for simulcast coverage.